welcome back. Today's video, I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison of two of the most popular plant-based food delivery companies. That is Daily Harvest and Splendid Spoon. So if you're maybe on the fence or you're not really sure what the differences are, or you're interested in trying one of these services out, then just keep watching. Now, first I just want to say I do have referral links for both of these services, which will give you a discount if you want to sign up for either of these services, and it does support me when you use those links. So check that out. I will put all the latest details down in the description box. Now, I feel like we need to set the stage of what are the core similarities, like why are these services so comparable? Both Daily Harvest and Splendid Spoon are food delivery subscription services that focus on plant-based items. They focus on like organic, healthy, they're very like health-focused services, have kind of a similar range of products. Oftentimes you will see advertised their smoothies. I feel like their smoothies are super popular, and they're kind of like one of the like core things that you will see for either of these services. Now, at this point, I have used Daily Harvest for I want to say like a year or two now, at least. Now, Splendid Spoon, I've only recently tried for the first time, but I have had several boxes. I've tried a lot of different items from them as well. So I feel like I have a pretty good sense of what the differences are between these two services. So let's get into those differences, shall we? The first main difference is the selection and the variety of types of items. So both of these services, you're going to find a few core types of food items. They both have smoothies, they both have bowls, which will be like maybe a grain or beans or something like that. And then they also both have soups. Other than that, I would say Daily Harvest really has a much wider variety of food items. So Daily Harvest, in addition to those things I just talked about, they also have ice cream, flatbreads, chia bowls, oat bowls, lattes, bites, and desserts. They have a really wide range of products, and I feel like recently they've been introducing like new product categories all the time. Splendid Spoon, on the other hand, the variety of different types of product is much more limited. The only thing they have that Daily Harvest does not have is they have these like wellness shots, which are like little tiny like drinks that are, I don't know, they have a bunch of like mumbo jumbo turmeric green stuff in it. Like basically they have that, but that's really the only thing that's unique in terms of like the product category. The second thing, of course, we need to talk about is the price. Now, with both these services, they do give you discounts for the more items you purchase within a single delivery. So it's a little bit hard to do an apples to apples comparison of the price. And as I said, shameless plug, I do have my referral links down in the description box, which will save you some money and help with this price. But for the most part, the price is about like $8 or $9 per item. Daily Harvest is actually a little bit less expensive on most things. So Daily Harvest, their smoothies are $7.99, their bowls are $8.99, their soups are $7.99, and again, there is a discount if you add more to your cart. On the other hand, Splendid Spoon, for the plan I have, which was like the middle plan, everything is $9.50. I would say Splendid Spoon is just a tad bit more expensive, but it's not a huge difference. The third thing is the plan flexibility and what kind of plans are offered with both of these services. Again, I think this is an area where Daily Harvest is actually a little bit better. They have a lot more plan flexibility. Basically how it works is you can add whatever you want to your subscription box. If you want to get 10 flatbreads, if you want to get 10 smoothies, if you want to get like one thing from each category and put it in a box, you can do that. There's a lot more flexibility. Basically how it works is after you cross a certain thresholds, like after you have 10 items in a box or 20 items, once you hit certain thresholds, then you get like a certain amount off. So you'll get like $10 off your entire box. Splendid Spoon is a little bit different where they have like preset plans where you can have like the plan I have gives you 5 smoothies and 5 like lunch items, so you can choose between like the soups and bowls. It's a bit more rigid. So if you're someone who wants a little bit more flexibility, then Daily Harvest may be the way to go. Now, of course, I feel like the most important thing is the taste and the overall freshness and quality of the food. For this, I feel like it's so hard to say. Like, there are items that I absolutely love from Daily Harvest, and there are things that I don't love from Daily Harvest. There are things from Splendid Spoon that I love, that are amazing, and then there are things that are just like okay. I feel like both of them, the overall quality is pretty comparable. The only thing I would really say is maybe better about Splendid Spoon is I feel like they do have, I would say the bowls, like the quality of the bowls, I would say is maybe slightly better. I feel like they tend to have a little bit more like variety of textures and just have like more different kind of stuff in the bowls. And I think most of this has to do with the fact that Splendid Spoon, all of their items are shipped as like a refrigerated item, and they're meant to be refrigerated. So they're a little bit more like fresh, and I think they do a little bit better job of having like different textures and just having more of that like freshly prepared kind of feeling to the bowls. Daily Harvest, on the other hand, all of the items are frozen. So all of the bowls and Harvest bowls are frozen, and I feel like for the most part they're maybe a little bit more homogeneous in terms of like the textures and stuff like that. Like, you don't have like the big chunks of plantains and stuff that you would maybe see in Splendid Spoon, but for the most part I would say the quality and the taste is pretty comparable. Okay, now let's talk about the preparation that is required. For the most part, Splendid Spoon, everything is 100% prepared already. You don't need to add water, you don't need to add milk, you don't need to add anything. Really, the only thing you would have to do is heat up the like bowls and stuff like that. With Daily Harvest, on the other hand, everything is, some of the stuff does not require adding extra ingredients, but there is a little bit more preparation that is needed. So for the smoothies, for example, all of the ingredients are shipped like not blended. Like, you get like whole chunks of frozen fruit. You get a bunch of just like frozen ingredients in this container. And then basically what you do is you can add your own almond milk or water or coconut water or whatever you want as like the liquid to the smoothie or the soup. And then it's on you to actually blend it. So if you are someone who just wants something to like take to work, for example, or to grab and go smoothie while you're like commuting or something, then I think Splendid Spoon is really the way to go. Daily Harvest does require you to, number one, have a blender and use it when you're preparing these smoothies. So this is, I think, a big difference between the two. The benefit, of course, of preparing your own smoothies with Daily Harvest is you can choose exactly what ingredients you put into it. So if you want it a little bit more watery, or you want to add like your own ingredients like protein powder or something, or you want like a different type of liquid, so you can choose between if you want almond milk or coconut milk or whatever. There's a little bit more flexibility, but obviously there's more work that goes into it as well. So, you know, just keep that in mind. The last difference that I want to point out is the packaging. Daily Harvest recently completely redid all their packaging to make it more like biodegradable. So at this point, pretty much everything of the packaging that you get from Daily Harvest is made out of paper or like biodegradable materials, whereas Splendid Spoon is still pretty much all packed in plastic. Okay guys, so those are the core differences that I can see. Personally, I think this is what it really comes down to. I think Daily Harvest, I would say, is better for all around variety and selection. I think it's, if you want to have more of like a one-stop shop for a bunch of healthy foods, you can get smoothies, bowls, oatmeal, like really have stuff for all day long. They have a lot more variety and the prices are a little bit better. So I think my personal favorite between the two services is Daily Harvest. However, I think if you are someone who really values convenience and you want something that, you know, everything is already pre-made, you don't need to do any extra work after you get your food delivery, then I think Splendid Spoon is the way to go if you're that kind of person. Overall though, I would say these services are very comparable, and honestly, I would recommend trying them out trying out each of them. Both of them have discounts to try out, which, as I said, are linked down below. So you might as well just give them a try and see which one you like better. Yeah, that's it. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you have any other questions, let me know. And if you like videos like this, I have all different types of food service delivery reviews on this channel. So check out the other videos I have for more information on what else is out there. And that's it. Bye, guys.